Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here.
Huh?
No, down here.
Huh?
Yeah, over here.
Huh?
Come on, come a little closer.
Huh?
There you go. Whoa, wow. That thing is massive. That's an amazing survival shovel, an SRM indestructible multi-tool survival shovel that we've showed on this channel before. But let me tell you what preppers hate most. Wasted space, and there's a lot of wasted space in here. That gives me an amazing idea. I think we should fill this thing with survival gear. In fact, how about you come on in and I show you exactly what's in there. You might have to duck your head. God damn.
So as I indicated in my last video, when I reviewed the SRM shovel, I was very impressed by its durability and its versatility. There's many of these survival type shovels on the market, but this was far and away the best I had ever seen in terms of the quality and the functionality. Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a little mini survival kit, and I want you guys in the comment section below to make sure you let me know your ideas, because I'm no urban prepper. I'm no me-zilch. Those guys are absolute pros when it comes to building miniaturized survival kits. In fact, you know what? I just thought of this. I think I'm gonna send Cliff over at the Urban Prepper channel one of these shovels and do a challenge to see how much stuff he can cram into one of these, because he is the master in terms of compartmentalizing little survival trinkets into a very small space. So Cliff, this is a challenge to you, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with. As for the rest of you, be sure to let me know what I miss. I'm sure I'm gonna miss a lot. So let's just dive into this here. So as I've said, we've got a variety of different survival trinkets. None of this comes with the shovel. It's important to understand first and foremost that this is a shovel. So we're likely not gonna fit every single thing in that we might want. The thing I like about this shovel the most, of course, is the exceptional quality of the knife and the saw, as well as some of the other aspects of the kit, like the fact that there's double O-rings, so there's some really good water sealing and ingress protection. A very nice screwdriver bit with a Phillips and a flathead, and then we also have a whistle and a ferrocerium rod. Now the things that I've added are numerous, but first I want to talk about the things that didn't quite make the cut, not because I didn't want them in there, but simply because they couldn't fit. One thing is cash. Yes, indeed. Why not have some cash in a survival shovel? You never know, you're able to make it to a town and you might need some money and all you have on you is your survival shovel. Put a little bit of cash in there, but I did not do that this go around. This is just to symbolize some gold or silver. You may want to consider putting some small denominations of, I would probably say gold, because you're not going to be able to fit much silver in here, but you could break off a few pieces of a combi bar and you could likely have, you know, a couple $100 worth of gold inside your survival shovel for barter purposes. Another thing is this Ben's 30 DEET wipe. If you get caught out in the back 40 in the Canadian wilderness in the peak mosquito season, that's going to drive you mad. This one little mosquito wipe could potentially prevent you from going crazy, and keeping your sanity in a survival situation is very important. Unfortunately, didn't make the cut, not enough room. We also have a Fresnel lens. Now the obvious problem here, I could probably fold this, but that could potentially break or warp the Fresnel lens, deeming it useless. So again, didn't throw that in here. We have numerous other ways of starting fire anyways. This is just some brass wire. We have some heavier gauge snare wire in here, which is also a bit more camouflage, so we're not gonna throw that in there. This is a 5th Ops tripwire alarm. These things are absolutely amazing. They're for camp security. You do need a few primers, which you could easily fit in here if you wanted to. Didn't make the cut, not enough room. Another thing was this little pencil, okay? Just couldn't justify putting a pencil that likely wouldn't get a whole lot of use. If you needed to make a map or leave somebody a note, an emergency message or something to that effect, something like this could be useful, but there are other ways to do that. This is just Write in the Rain paper. I was considering taking a few pieces of paper and putting it inside the kit. Of course, paper serves a variety of uses. Obviously, leaving notes would be one of those things, but also potentially using it as a fire starter. Now, if you want one of these shovels, we have a very limited amount in supply right now. I think we have about 250, but don't quote me on that. It might be a lot less. They sold out last time in just a few hours, so make sure you get one while you can. Okay, so starting on this side over here, we have some fire plugs. These are from the ProCamp Tech company. The reason why I went with fire plugs for this kit is that this is their most densest form of fire starter that they offer. They do have the Ultimate Fire Tinder, which is a flakier stuff, which is easier to light, but this is more dense. So it requires you do a bit more work. You can expand it, and it's just like a fibrous material, like a cotton almost, that's infused with wax and a proprietary accelerant. So you can expand this to make numerous fires, and this stuff will burn for a considerable amount of time. We also have some medications that I've put in a mini plastic bag. I just have a few Tylenol. Guys, you need to understand, if you have a fever or you're sick, sometimes a little over-the-counter medication can mean the difference between you sitting still and you keeping moving. And that, of course, can make all the difference in a survival situation. So don't underestimate the importance of various over-the-counter medications. One thing I'd probably put in here also, if I had remembered, was some caffeine pills, because sometimes you just need that extra energy to keep you going a little bit. What we have here is some Kevlar thread. This is very, very strong thread. I think this is somewhere in the neighborhood of a couple 100 pounds that this can hold. Okay, this is the same stuff they make bulletproof vests out of. I've just realized though that I probably should have more cordage in this kit. We do have some 30-pound and 10-pound fishing line. So I have it wrapped up in like a figure 8 configuration, which is pretty standard and forgiving in terms of unraveling it and it not being a tangled mess. That's not what you want to have happen, of course. Ideally, it would be wrapped in a spool as it usually comes, because the circular is the best way to minimize the stress on any part of the line. Now these are just a few little fishing grubs, okay, and I got a couple jig heads and a variety of different fishing hooks. And for the fishing hooks, we'll just jump ahead here, I use some shrink wrap. I'm not sure if it's taboo to wrap your fishing hooks in duct tape, if the fish might smell something they don't like, I don't know. But I just thought that this was a very convenient way. So I got a couple jig heads in there and probably about 10 fishing hooks of various sizes. We also have some artificial salmon eggs to use as bait for fishing in this little convenient tube here. Of course, we have our survival knife, we have our glass breaking tool on the bottom, we have our compass, and you can see the quality of this is evidenced in the double O-rings there. That attention to detail is something that's lacking on a lot of these shovels. And all of this stuff will fit in this compartment, all this stuff will fit in this compartment, and so on and so forth. So here we have a couple nails. Nails are the most underestimated tool in a survival kit. Everybody should have some nails in their survival kit or bug out bag. You can do so many different things with a nail, okay? You could make a weapon, you could use it for building shelters, you could use it just to hang something up. I mean, there's just 1,001 uses for a nail. If there's one thing that defines modern civilization, it's the nail. Now, I also have considered putting some eye hooks in here, or screws. Eye hooks are good. They're better than screws because you can manually screw them into something. So in some cases, a screw is even better in the kit, but you can't go wrong with a nail, and obviously to hammer the nail, you would use your shovel head. I do have a little bit of split shot in this baggie for fishing. Fishing is important because it's one of those foods that's going to provide you everything that you need, and it's available in summer and winter. We have some matches with the striker built in. These are Hurricane Strike Anywhere matches. Now, of course, we also have the ferrocerium rod, which will get us hundreds of fires. So I would only resort to the matches if it was an emergency and I needed to get a fire quickly. Then we have some wire for snaring. I'm not sure how much this is. Enough that I can make a few snares. In a survival situation, you want as many working for you as possible, and a snare is a very low calorie investment way of getting food. We're going to be doing a video later this year with a professional trapper who's going to show us exactly when and where to use various types of traps. Here we have some aqua tabs. So this is your water purification, okay? Another cool accessory idea for this would be some kind of hollow fiber filter that you could use. So you could use one of these like you would a life straw. But yeah, aqua tabs, each one of these will purify about 1 liter of water, and I think I have about 10 there. Up next is 3 compressed towels. That's all I was able to fit, but that's more than enough. These things serve several different functions. One, of course, is personal hygiene. You could use it as a toilet paper tablet if you absolutely needed to, but in a survival situation, that's probably the last of your concerns, is keeping your backside hygienic, although there's other ways to deal with that, right? There's snow, there's grass, there's leaves. You could use it as a bandage. You could use it as a fire starter, okay? You could also use it to pre-filter your water to get rid of some of that sediment. It's not gonna get rid of the smaller bacteria. You know, you combine that with your aqua tabs, just makes it a little easier to drink. It could potentially use them for a lot of different things. Now this last thing I was a little iffy on, because for the amount of real estate it takes, what are you really getting in return? A glow stick is primarily for signaling. It's not for illumination. You put this on a string, okay, you spin it around, the helicopter hopefully will see you. It's up to you if you want to put a flashlight or a glow stick. This mini glow stick, you know, doesn't hurt. So that's pretty much what I got in this shovel. Let me know what ideas you have in the comment section below, things that I might have missed. And I'm gonna harass the urban prepper, and I'm going to give him a challenge to see exactly what he can come up with. If I know him well, I just gave him a couple months worth of work, and I can't wait to see that PDF.
Alright guys, thanks for watching that video, and I'm gonna tell you what, if you order one of these survival shovels right now, I'm gonna make you a special offer. I'm gonna actually send a free miniaturized version of myself inside your survival shovel kit, and you can put me on your shoulder and I can tell you how bad things are 24/7. So make sure you go and pick one of these up. Use coupon code SURVIVALPREPPER for 10% off. I gotta get back into this shovel because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be organized. So thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, where you'll find high-quality survival gear at the best prices, no junk, and no gimmicks. Use discount code PREPPINGGEAR for 10% off. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.